Turn 21, so some good news. First is that my leader didn't get killed by the roaming independents, who apparently didn't see him because of Master Illusionist. And so I cast one more Wisp and pursued them. No, I don't know how to say that. Followed them to kill them. So they were here, and I lost one Wisp in the fight because the Shock Serpent is quite tough to kill for my army because it has 100% shock resistance. So it means I'm doing less damage with my Wisp, which are usually doing 7 physical, 5 shock. So it's almost 40%, 50% less damage. And my leader cannot use his shock bolt and cannot stun him, so that's a bit complicated. So I tried to split them as usual, but I made a mistake and so it didn't work. So I sent this Wisp to be at exactly 2x's outside the range of the boar, so that the boar go there. But I didn't check that this guy was also at the same distance. And so the board decided to go for this one, even though this one had, oh no, actually no, it's the same, right? Yeah, same resistance and defense. So so I had 3 units to deal with, and that's also one reason I lost one Wisp, because if this guy had gone the other way, I would have been able to deal with Shock Serpent more easily, and my plan actually was to retreat and do the fight in two times. But here I had to stun the boar with my leader 2 turns in a row, and I had one Wisp doing nothing. So I was not available to do other stuff with my leader because I had to stun the boar. So here I killed the first boar with this Wisp, which I used to block the first boar, because that's my highest level Wisp, so higher defense and stuff. And then I did this positioning to protect my leader, because my leader can be stunned, whereas Shock Serpent cannot. Whereas the Wisp, sorry, cannot, because of shock resistance. So then I block with this unit, and here I did a nice thing. I thought a very long time how to save the day here and not get this one killed, and so I had to drain the 3 action points of this Shock Serpent. But he was facing this direction, so I had to first let him attack me here so that he faced this direction, and then I can attack him here and by phasing, for instance, and then I can do 2 action points here and 1 action point here. The issue was that my Wisp was there, and this is green, this is yellow movement, and so I had no way, because this is a rock, so I had no way to do like 1, 2 and attack twice only. I could not move back extra. So in the end I realized the variance of damage is pretty low. It's 6-8, so it means when you get an attack of opportunity, it's something like plus 20% in addition to maximum damage, and so it was likely to be 8 to 10. So I had a small chance of surviving, so I took the chance. Maybe it was actually 7 to 9, something like this. And so it did work. I got only 8 HP, and then I've got 2 out of 3 chances to survive, and I did survive. So yeah, with 1 HP, and then I can just move. Because also when you get an attack of opportunity, so it was looking in this direction and I was attacking here, so it should be flanking. But when you took an attack of opportunity, there is no flanking anymore from the same unit, so even attacking from here, he strike back, which was actually my aim, to drain all his HP, his action point. Then I can finish the boar here with the Wisp, but I still have the issue that my leader cannot use shock bolts on the serpent, and if I attack him, I have a risk of being stunned. So instead, I healed my top wisp and tried to drain the action points, but it did exactly the damage needed to kill the wisp. So I had the chance of surviving, but didn't work. Then I was able to finish him. He had no action points left, so could not strike back. Then the other good news is that I took the throne. So let's have a look at the fight. So I brought all my units, my 2 wisps, including the champion 1 or 2, the 6 units with my rogue, with regrowth, plus untouchable, plus the 4 units coming from the other side. I positioned them with 5 units with regrowth in the middle, facing his 6 units. Another ogre, which is faster, on the side with the wisp. Actually, I could not get the wisp in the middle, otherwise I would have had at least one in the middle. And then these 4 units, I had no choice but to put them here. And so he has no wooden wall. If actually, I was thinking he had wooden wall, but I mean, I knew he didn't have, but then I was still thinking he had some for some reason. So I was putting the ogres in 2 different stacks, because they've got wall crushing, and there are the heaters to break the wall or the door, but actually it doesn't have any, so it was not really necessary. So regrowth is starting to work, and I start engaging them quite fast. Actually moved away from the center toward my pool 4 units. First unit dead on round 2. Then I guess the tiger died. I don't remember. I lost only 1 unit. It didn't have any hero, and it has only, I think, 35 casting points, and so I don't know if he cast any spell or not. If he did cast some spells, it means he won't have a Phantasm Warrior. He may not have a Phantasm Warrior next turn to attack my throne. But the Wisp actually didn't phase in the middle. Yeah, I guess the tiger is dead. Yeah, so I lost the tiger. He moved too fast. He has mainly melee units, which are not really good to defend. Regrowth again, 14 HP. Kill the crusher. So it looks like it's over in 3 rounds, and he didn't cast anything. So actually Regrowth didn't make a big difference, because it was over pretty fast. Yeah, it looks like it's over already. Yep, so actually Regrowth didn't make any difference. I could have won without Regrowth. Just would be with less HP. And yeah, so lost only 1 unit, which was my tiger, which was not a big loss. I'm releasing it as a vassal. I'm going to move away after next turn, leaving some units as a garrison. And also there is Blood Moon, so it also explains why the fight went pretty fast. So I'm releasing at vassal because it will be easier to defend. It will give me more racial governance, and so I might reach cheerful, getting 130 plus 50 now. Actually no. Yeah, 130 or 110 plus 50. Yeah, might do it. Then, so I got the Necromancer this time as a hero proposal, because if you remember last time, I misclicked and rejected the Warlord, so Necro is good also. So I'm taking Race Corpse, which will hopefully get me a nice cadaver. And it's the Cannibal, so he has Devour Corpse, which will be useful during the siege. I'm taking Throw Curse, which can be good if it works, giving -2/-2 to the enemies, or even if it doesn't work, it slows them down, so it's good also. Cause Fear actually could be interesting, but might not have time to use it, so Lifesteal would be interesting too, but I don't think it will really make a difference, so I'm going to go for more hit points and probably defense or resistance. No, I mean, yeah, defense. But actually he has a lot of unconventional damage. Yeah, but the Assassin Strike is one of the worst. But does he has inflict stun? So yeah, he's here actually, yeah. Forgot to say that. Ready to attack me next turn. It doesn't have inflict stun. So resistance or more hit points. I think I'm going to go for resistance. Okay, and then back to base. And so the split of my units, I put 2 crushers in each team and 2 range units in each teams. So I should be with 2 sections of the walls defended with these 2 teams, and they should regroup when he moves forward. That way I don't have one group that gets overwhelmed by his unit. I expect him to cast 1 more Phantasm Warrior and then attack with 7 units versus my 9 units, so we will see how it goes. Hopefully I should win because I've got the Crushers, and if I can kill with Crusher with Regrowth, if I can kill his leader, then I won the game. Even if he can actually win the throne, take my throne, if I kill his leader before he's dead. So I'm producing merchandise here, and because I may lose the city, and getting 1 hatchling here. And that's basically it. So these guys are staying here to stay out of range of the Wisps. Ah yeah, and I sent a Frostling Raider underground to check if I can see some cities, get them as vassal. Thanks for watching, see you next time to see the result of the fight if it does attack me.